here today to talk about Molly's house. But before you can understand why we're building it, you have to hear the story. And that's why Molly's here, and she's going to tell us.
Well, in the end of 1986, I was diagnosed as having leukemia. And for a year and a half, I went through different procedures and chemotherapy, and which all culminated in April of 1988, where I had a bone marrow transplant. At the time, we lived in New Jersey, and my transplant was done in Wisconsin. And during those 7 months that I was out there, both as an inpatient in the hospital and as an outpatient, my mother and my family stayed in Ronald McDonald House. And their idea of a house, I just lost my train of thought. I think.
Hold on. You can start with their idea of the house.
All right.
It's your idea.
Yeah, okay. I was going to explain about the house, how it was run.
It's your idea, that's
Out there in the Ronald McDonald House, me or my mother or any one of my family members was always able to go over there and find a shoulder to cry on or a warm bed and room to stay the night. And it was something that was truly needed in my situation, being in a strange place with no friends or family available for such a long period of time. Since then, my family and I have stayed in several other houses, Ronald McDonald houses, around the country, including the one that we've used the most often since then in St. Petersburg. And the houses are built out of love and care and by the community. Since we have used so many of these facilities and gotten so much support from them and made our ordeal a little easier, I had the idea to one day build a house very much like a Ronald McDonald House, so I could return some of that love, support, and kindness back to the community. Allows people a peace of mind, really, to know that if they return to Molly's house just to get something to eat or take a nap, the hospital is always able to call up or somehow get in touch with them if there is a problem. They don't have to worry about driving a half hour, 45 minutes back to the hospital where who knows what could happen to their loved one. And also, when their loved one is released from the hospital but needs to stay in the area as an outpatient for several days, can also stay at the house. Both Ronald McDonald houses are pediatric and used as a pediatric facility. That's not the case here. Here we need to be available to all the community, young, old, in between, everyone. And it's inexpensive. No one would ever be refused a room in the house because they couldn't pay. And we try to do as much as we can for everyone. And if someone shows up and doesn't have any food with them or is unable to purchase food, there's always something in the kitchen there. A lot of times church groups or even individuals will come in and prepare lunch for that day or dinner for that evening. And on the holidays, yes, we have spent several holidays in Ronald McDonald House. The volunteers always try and make it as special as possible. And not only is it peace of mind for the family to know that there's a safe haven for them where they can talk to others or rest up and know that they're close to their loved one who's ill. It's also peace of mind for whoever is in the hospital. I know many times I feel so much better to know that my mother or my father and the rest of my family are within several minutes of me And they might not be in the hospital room with me at that moment, but I know that they're in a place that's safe and can get a hot meal and then come right back over and see me again.
Run quick.
Yeah, yeah. And if there's a problem, I know the doctors can call them. They'll be there in minutes. And it really takes a lot of pressure off of me to know that they're there and I can talk to them. I can call them on the phone. And it is like a home. It really does. When my mother would come to my hospital room and stay for a while, then she'd say, well, now, Molly, I have to go home and do laundry. And home then meant the Ronald McDonald House, and I want to generate that same feeling of love, trust, and community with Molly's house. Most people said that if we had not prepared dinner, they would have not had a Thanksgiving. Yes, my little brothers and sisters grumbled a bit over having to shuck a whole bushel basket full of beans, but everyone enjoyed it, and it was something that gave us a good feeling to know that we could help these people in that way. And after we did Thanksgiving, some of the more community groups became a little more aware of the Ronald McDonald House in Camden, and I think that year, wasn't it a Jewish temple came in over Christmas and prepared them Christmas dinner, and now they have dinners like that on a regular basis. Hello, I'm Molly Sharkey. Take time to care about Molly's house.
What else are we doing?
TV 12, the 1-2 turn. We're building Molly's house in Martin County. We need your support. We need everyone's support. Molly's house, it's my dream.